Fuzion here, back in another video. Today we're going to go ahead and be reacting to the new total drama is literally White Genocide by Snort of the Snorth. I saw this on TikTok, wanted to react to it. I've watched the old Total Drama Islands. It's just a TV show. It's not really groundbreaking. It did have like different types of people in it, so I guess that would be considered groundbreaking. But it is just a show to me. So, but let's go ahead and see what this nigga has to say.
A rant video about the new Total Drama Island, which is literally White Genocide. Total Drama Island takes place in Canada, where the population of white people is 72%.
Oh, and before we do continue, I understand he's not using genocide in a like real sense here, but bro, nah.
Of the country. Except in this new Total Drama Island, for some reason, only 30% of the characters are white.
And that's another thing. How can you just base it off of real life like percentages? If okay, so what did he say? He said, hold on.
Are white.
How many people are white? He said the percentage.
For some reason, only 30% of the in this new Total Drama Island, for some reason, only 30% of the characters is 72% of the country.
He said 72% of Canada is white. So let's just go ahead and just do some easier math. Like for me, change that to 70%. We have 10 people up there. If we go to Canada, he's saying that you have to have 7 white people in that metric. So he's saying that we only have to have the 10% each from having to choose from either black, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, Asian. Well, of course, like the Middle East is in Asia. I'm speaking like culturally, but it's like the fact that doesn't even make any sense. So we have to have one black person, one Hispanic person, and one Asian person. But also within the Asian like community, there's Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, Philippine. You know, and it's so we have to have 7 white people in this thing. Of course, if we're going to 10, obviously, because we're doing it out of 10, because math is not my strongest subject. But out of 10 people, that they have to be white. 7 of those people have to be white. That does not make sense. And then if there's 20 people, you know, my math. It's that logically, that does not make sense. You think that they were just like, okay, so we need at least 72% white people like to be represented on here. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. And then he counted 5 white people. Let's see. What is this? 4 black people. 5 black people. Let's see. And I'm going off of stereotypical look as well on these, so don't get me wrong. So there's 5 black people, 5 white people. It looks like could be he looks like he's mixed. I don't know. Well, he's black because he has that little hair tip. So there may be 6 black people. He's racially ambiguous, but it looks like 4 representatives of the Hispanic community. It looks like a good mix of people. Seems like we're a little low on the Asian side here. But it's a good mix of people. I don't see the problem with this. Unless you are one of those white kooks who are built like this dude and swear that there's a whole entire plan like to get rid of the white people. That's so corny, bro. Cornball.
Except in this new Total Drama Island,
I'm gonna skip ahead.
White. What's going on here? No, but for real, not only are only 30% of the characters white, none of these characters are iconic or interesting to look at. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's 16 characters here. That's less than 1/3.
So
That's
what?
30%.
That doesn't.
Like, even in America.
That's the thing, though. You have 1/3 of, of this group of people, and then you got the third of black people, and then you got a third of other. So it's equal. That's the problem. You just don't want equal.
White people are 60% of the population. What is going on here? Like, does anyone think this is a little odd? A little...
I think it's odd how you sound like this and you're trying to make a point. That's odd to me. Like, bro, there's literally no point to be made here besides that you're racist. No point.
Strange. These are some terrible character designs too. I mean, look at Priya. Literally, what are we supposed to get from this design?
She looks normal to me. She looks like a normal ass person. Oh, and she's not black. That's my... Well, she could be Priya. That could be black. I was looking at her hair and her overall skin tone. That looks black to me, but it could also be Indian or even someone from like the Middle East. Who knows? But I don't know. That looks like a normal ass person to me.
This is the most generic. This is like someone had a Total Drama character creator program, and this was like a base design. This is like a base me design.
And is that not okay? Like, in my opinion, I don't really watch like the Total Drama Island stuff like no more, because I'm grown. But there's no way that you can just want everyone to look like this, look like King Nigger. Like, that don't make no fucking sense, does it? Or does he want everyone to look like Deep V-neck? These are all normal ass like design. Like, they look like normal people. These are normal ass outfits, like, for people. Scary goth girl, like, that's normal to what goth people wear. Canada, like you said, like Canada, this is a deep V-neck, but I don't see the problem with it.
Strange. These are some design from like, well, except for the generic scary girl character. Even Gwen had a name. She wasn't just a scary girl. This is so bland and boring. I guess we have the American Dragon guy. And how is this not racist? The Asian character, there's only one Asian, by the way, because black people are apparently like the majority of Canada and white people are 30%. But we have one Asian, because like all the other races, it's when we're talking about like lay representation and stuff, what that means is more black people.
This dude is so freaking corny, bro. And that's not true. When we say representation, we don't mean just black people. And the fact that you say that shows how small of a brain that you have, bro. Like, that makes no sense. And everybody wants representation. Everybody should want representation. You've had representation for I don't know how long. Cornball again.
None of the other races matter to them. Like, okay, so look at this like character. This character is literally yellow. How is that not racist? I mean, they're doing it in the new Scooby-Doo as well. It's pretty on point. It's pretty on brand for how liberals just basically are like, actually.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so I actually have no idea who this dude is, but he did bring up the one thing that I felt like he was going towards, like the liberal point, like the liberal talking point. Bro, like, you're grown and you're complaining about a cartoon that you probably don't even watch, and you're mad because there's 5 white people instead of 10 white people. That's what you're mad about. And you're grown. Nah, dude.
Stereotypes are good and not racist. In fact, you should base your whole personality on stereotypes. Stereotypes are the most important thing in the world. That's literally what liberals think now. So I guess racist stuff like making the Asian character yellow is okay now. But in all seriousness, this looks awful. And to top it off, who cares?
Alright. So I guess that's all he had to say. But man, that's interesting, bro. Like, I actually wonder what the comments got to say about. You forgot Lindsay and understand also the brick. Oh.
Alright, this is.
I was like, that has nothing to do with what the fuck I just watched. Dude, had to break it to you if you don't. You sound like. Have you ever heard of this cool thing called opinion? Yeah, and that's another talking point. Is people were saying that we want more black characters or more representation, and then when we get more representation, then it's not okay. But when we try to change characters, such as like the Little Mermaid. And I hope they change Rogue to the goat Kiki Palmer. Shout out to the goat, but it's just silly, man. Like, let me see what else you have to say. He's just like talking about making stuff their personality. I mean, and you had Daddy Trump over here trying to eat that baby, and then you have people who literally look like this, dog. Come on, man. Come on. Let's see what else we have, man. Why? Oh, he's mad because he's a horny boy. Let me see what else he has to say.
So earlier today, I made a reaction/rant video about the Rouge design in the Netflix web series Sonic Prime. And yes, I just called it a web series. All Netflix shows are web series because that's what they are. They aren't TV shows. So what exactly is wrong with this design of Rouge the Bat? Basically, it has a lot in common with the Lola Bunny design in Space Jam 2 that was so bad that it caused the film to bomb. Let's start out with the outfit. Rouge is known for showing skin.
That is so corny, dude! You're mad because a bat fake thing doesn't have his titties out. Dude! Oh, man. Grown man. Mad because there's no cat bat titties. Man, I'm done. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.